it's Susie, and I hope everybody's doing well. I have some really fun journals I want to share, and now this one isn't, but these three here were the easiest journals I have ever made. That is no lie. They are made strictly with paper, and binding and all is just the sheets. I am doing a tutorial on that, so look for that just, not too many days after this video here. I will have a tutorial. Here is kind of what it looks like. It is just simply bound by the paper. I mean, that is it. It is just my 8.5 by 11 sheets of dyed paper. I've got some various papers put in there. I have one little bag in here. My center signature is just a little bit smaller than the rest of it. I wanted it that way. I made it just a little smaller than the rest of the book. But easy peasy. I'm going to have one blank one put in the shop if somebody wants to put their fabric for the binding on there and decorate the pages. I will have one blank one. But these were so fun. Like I said, the easiest journals I've ever made. Easiest and quickest. So I'm going to first show this here. I was going to do another one of the pocket journals in the grungy type, but I did not have any more of the distress ink to do that. And so I went ahead and just took my inks and, my distress inks and ink it up instead of the spray, distress spray, stain. And so I couldn't make it as grungy as I did the others. But I have used some of these images once again from Vintage by Me. This here was gifted to me by Vintage by Me, Nikki. And I'm very thankful for that. These are just really beautiful images. I loved all her vintage images. Absolutely loved them. So be sure and go over and check out her shop. I know a bunch of you went over on the other little grungy bags that I did. And I so appreciate you going over, and a lot of you purchased her digis. But I will put her link in the description box, and if you haven't, please go over and check her out. She's got the cutest digitals. Anyway, so I made this just like I did the grungy ones. I've got the tags in the pockets there. This here, I did add some masking tape that I have actually stained with, I believe it's ginger. And I did that because I wanted it to tie in with this color right here on this paper. So anyway, here are the tags. And they're just tea stained. And I've got those two there. And then I've got the two in the back. And of course the vintage birds there, are the birds on the vintage looking paper. And then here is the tags for the back. Just coffee stained those shipping tags is what I've done. Okay, and we're just going to kind of look in it. Now I did add, and I'm going to tell you why I added this. I did add this tape all through this book because I actually put two stitchings on it. And so I wanted to make sure that because I had 2 rows of stitching on that binding, that this was not going to perforate in any way. So I've added all the pieces of ginger dyed masking tape, which just added to it anyway. It didn't take anything away from it. Here is a piece of the little vintage time card, and I did the stamping on it with the numbers. Here is just a little journaling paper is what I've done there, and I have just put it in this pocket. It's like a little tuck. It's not too big of a pocket. And then I've just did just like the grungy bags. I simply have added some collages and different things. This here is some really glassined type parchment paper. And so the glue does not stick on that real well. And I just have left it kind of loose like it is. But just a page of collages there. A lot of these are some pockets that are from this particular. If you'll go into her sections, you'll see where it says, I believe, pockets and tags or something. And you can find the pockets there. And the other papers are in the, 8.5 by 11. And then she has them by 5 by 7s. Just click on those if you're going to do a quick search of things, because you will find what you're looking for in the sections there. Okay, so that's just little journaling paper there. And then I've added another little image there. And done another collage on this one. I've just mixed two different pieces there of her digitals. I love this. I absolutely love this. This is my favorite digital right here. And then I added a little parchment pocket there. And here is just some place that you can journal on the back of that. I've just added some crazy little stitching there. And I actually added it on a piece of the crinkly paper. And once again, just have part of an image there. Just a book for journaling. That's basically what I've made these for, is just for a lot of journaling. Just added a lot of the stitching on it. Added a lot of masking tape there as well on the tears. So the paper does have tears in it. When you crinkle this paper, this is the Sagita crinkled paper. And when you do it according to her tutorial, I mean, when you crinkle that paper and you go to uncrinkle it, it just gets tears. So, which to me just adds to the vintageness of the look. I don't mind that at all. So here is another little journaling paper for this pocket. And then I have the little tag there as well. So this is just the bird. All these will be in the Etsy shop. This is just the bird pocket journal. And then this one here is my bathing beauties. Now these were the ones that were just easy peasy. I will, like I said, get that tutorial up in the next couple of days. So these little frames here are from 49 in Market. Now I added the black stitching, but if I get this a little closer, you might be able to see the other stitching in there. It's more of a creamed stitching, and I added the black. So, but I love these frames, absolutely love them. Here is the back. And these here, the covers really feel kind of thick. It's got about 3 layers of paper there, plus the frame. And it really made it pretty thick on the cover. So here is, I've just added a bunch of these old photos, which are just absolutely fun. All these little bathing beauties. I love this. Summertime fun. Just added a little bit of coffee dyed fabric there. This here, I just added a little piece there where I could tuck that in, and it will just be a little journaling spot. And you can just tuck her in to the little band there so she stays closed. Here is some of the stitching I just did on some of that scraps of paper. These here, like I said, they're just the easiest things to make. And then here is just a little journaling paper that goes in the damask bag. did some stitching. Now see how my center piece is smaller? My center signature is just smaller, and that's just what I wanted it to be. I thought it just added a little of interest to the book. And so here is the other part of the bag, and I've just got a place to journal on the inside. So very vintage. And then here is another little journaling spot. This is just some tea-dyed fabric there. Another little vintage photo. Add another little piece of that fabric. Added some just words. I've just made them on the computer, so, and printed them out. Another one of the pictures. This is like the picture on the cover. Love this. Love the stitching. And then here is the back. And I absolutely love these. Absolutely love them. Just added some coffee dyed fabric or tea dyed fabric here on the spine. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so this one here was my first one originally. And what I did is I collaged the cover. It is just all pieces collaged with some of Prima's, not Finnabar, Prima's. I use this actually, the soft matte gel. This is on my Amazon favorites. If anybody's looking for that, it's on the favorites list. Take you directly to the product. But I really like it. It just is a nice medium. So I did collage it all there, like I said, and collaged the front. Added just some vintage laces there, and of course the crinkly paper is in all of these. I haven't got tired of using the crinkly papers yet. You can see here's a little hole in that paper, a tear, and I left it be. I just love how that paper looks. I added a little piece of, what is that called? Kind of ledger paper there. Can't even think what that is. I haven't used that just too much lately. But, just a lot of space for journaling. That's kind of what I wanted. And then here is the same picture that was on the cover. And then here is just some journaling. Just some journaling paper. And then I've added some stitching there. Added a photo in the center signature on this one. And there is that. And actually most of these, as a matter of fact, all of these photos in this book are actually what I have as a free download on my blog, guys. If you want to go over and get that download, you can. It's creativecafegirl.blogspot.com. You can just go over there and get it. So this here, I'm pretty sure I left that there just because I liked the way it looked. I didn't tack it down. I just left it crinkled up. Just another journaling spot there for you. And the first one I did, I had stitched them farther apart, but I didn't want them that far apart, so I made the others closer. You don't have this gap here where they've been sewn. That's just, you know, how it works when you do your first one. It just kind of, you learn on your first one. And then, so here is a tear. I've left that tear on that. I didn't do a thing to it. And then here is the back and the back of that. So there is that one, and that one is my collaged cover journal, is how it'll be listed in the shop. And then this one here is just Summertime Friends. I love this photo of these boys taken with the inner tube. Love, love, love that. And then here is the back. And same way, I've added a few of the old Bathing Beauty photos there. There's another one with some of the young girls, kind of like on an old fence. I added group photo on the bottom there. Sunshine. There's another. This one I just titled it The Lake. It looked like that's where those ladies were kind of at, was just at the lake. Here is my bag, and I've got just a little journaling paper there. That's what I've got. And then, whoops, can't get that all the way in there. And then, of course, my center signature is smaller. And you can see the difference here in the gap. I just made it a lot smaller, so there wasn't that big half-inch gap there. And I just did some stitching on the inner, on that center signature. Here is the other half of the bag, and just added another little journaling spot. Another, that's just kind of a bigger printout of that little group. Just love that. Beach fun with a little fun stitching there. Here is another one, summer fun. And I didn't realize that those were the same photos, but they are. Didn't even realize it because I had made that one bigger. And then here is a couple of little girls. I've got them listed as water babies. Isn't that cute? I just thought that was a cute little title for that picture. And then there is the back. So anyway, guys, these are just fun. Just some fun. And they, like I said, they were easy peasy journals. Easiest I've ever made. But anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys, and have a great day. I'll see you in the next video.